The rise and fall of the Mongol Empire. Imagine an empire so vast that it stretched from the icy tundras of Siberia to the scorching deserts of Persia, from the fertile plains of China to the bustling cities of Eastern Europe. An empire that, at its peak, covered nearly 24 million square kilometers, making it the largest contiguous land empire in human history. This is the story of the Mongol Empire, a force that rose from the harsh steppes of Central Asia to dominate the world, only to eventually crumble under the weight of its own ambition. Welcome to the rise and fall of the Mongol Empire. Our story begins in the early 13th century, in the rugged and unforgiving landscape of the Mongolian steppe. Here, a man named Temujin was born into a world of chaos and tribal warfare. After enduring a childhood of hardship, betrayal, and struggle, Temujin emerged as a brilliant strategist and leader. By 1206, he had united the fractious Mongol tribes under his rule, earning the title Genghis Khan, or Universal Ruler. Genghis Khan was more than just a conqueror. He was a visionary. He reorganized the Mongol military into a highly disciplined force, introduced a written legal code known as the Yasa, and promoted meritocracy over noble birth. With these reforms, the Mongols became an unstoppable force, ready to expand their horizons. The Mongol conquests, a wave of destruction and innovation. Under Genghis Khan and his successors, the Mongol Empire exploded across Eurasia. Their conquests were swift and brutal. They toppled the Jin dynasty in China, annihilated the Khwarezmian Empire in Persia, and even pushed into Eastern Europe, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Cities that resisted were often razed to the ground, while those that surrendered were spared and integrated into the empire. But the Mongols weren't just destroyers. They were also innovators. They established the Pax Mongolica, a period of relative peace and stability that allowed trade, ideas, and cultures to flourish across the Silk Road. Technologies like gunpowder, paper-making, and the compass spread from east to west, transforming the world in ways that are still felt today. The height of the empire, Kublai Khan and the Yuan dynasty. By the mid-13th century, the Mongol Empire had reached its zenith. Under Kublai Khan, the grandson of Genghis Khan, the Mongols completed their conquest of China and established the Yuan dynasty. Kublai Khan moved the capital to Beijing and embraced Chinese culture, even as he maintained Mongol traditions. His court became a hub of art, science, and commerce, attracting travelers like the famous Venetian merchant Marco Polo. But even at its height, cracks were beginning to show. The empire was simply too vast to govern effectively. Different regions developed their own identities and loyalties, and the Mongol rulers often struggled to maintain control. The decline of the Mongol Empire was as dramatic as its rise. After Kublai Khan's death in 1294, the empire began to fracture. The once unified Mongol state split into four major khanates: the Golden Horde in Russia, the Ilkhanate in Persia, the Chagatai Khanate in Central Asia, and the Yuan dynasty in China. These khanates often fought among themselves, weakening the empire from within. External pressures also mounted. Rebellions in China led to the fall of the Yuan dynasty in 1368, while the rise of powerful new states like the Ottoman Empire and the Ming dynasty chipped away at Mongol territories. The Black Death, which swept across Eurasia in the 14th century, further devastated the Mongol population and economy. By the late 14th century, the Mongol Empire had largely disintegrated, but its legacy endured. The Mongols had reshaped the world, connecting East and West in ways that had never been done before. They facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures, laying the groundwork for the modern world. Today, the Mongol Empire is remembered as a testament to the power of ambition, adaptability, and innovation. It reminds us that even the mightiest empires are not immune to the forces of time and change. The rise and fall of the Mongol Empire is a story of triumph and tragedy, of unity and division, of destruction and creation. It's a story that continues to captivate us centuries later. So what do you think? Was the Mongol Empire a force for good or a force for destruction? Let me